Hello, my beautiful Chrysalis Collective. How are you guys doing? We're back with another pick-a-pile, and this pick-a-pile is one that you do not want to miss because this one is a mystery pick-a-pile. Each pile is going to have their own completely different spread. And fate is going to choose for you. Whichever one you're guided to is definitely the message for you. But if you're not feeling like you resonate with that particular pile in this very particular moment, maybe there's another one that you might be called to. All right, now let's get into your piles. Are you going to choose pile number 1? Something with the card, the number on the card, the number that's underneath, the crystal. Are you going to choose pile number 2, pile number 3, or pile number 4? Choose wisely, because whichever one you choose is the one that you're meant to hear. Which one is calling to you? Which one are you feeling the deepest connection to? Let me know in the comments. The time stamps will be in the description box, and I can't wait to see you at your pile. Hello, pile number 1. This is the pile that chose the card making a choice. Whether you chose card number 30, you chose something on the card, whether you were drawn to the fact that there's 2 different paths here, or if you were drawn to angel number 437 or the crystal Mookaite. Okay. We're going to get into the reading, but if this is your pile, your tarot spread is if your friend criticizes you or puts you down in public or private. Okay, so I find it very interesting that this card is the card for that particular tarot spread, because maybe there's a choice that you have to make when it comes to this friend or this person. I feel like if you are drawn to this tarot spread, whether you chose it by like any of the, just like intuitively, or if you're listening to the entire thing and like the fact that I am doing that tarot spread, and like you are like, oh, well, that resonates, like the fact that whatever, like if you are feeling like a friend popped into your head when I said that, or if you're just listening, like that title of that tarot spread feels good, feels like something that I'm supposed to listen to, there is like an underlying feeling that's coming through of like, well, if you already have to ask that question, then you probably already know. Okay, so let's move this over here. Okay, or if you chose Mookaite as your stone. But let's get into it. Okay, pile number 1, is it only when you go out socially that your friend makes fun of you, or does this occur when you are alone as well? Ooh, okay, so we have clash interests, and I'm being really drawn to the fact that, there's like a group of people here. So I feel like, okay, so this is coming to mind, is that there could be a group of 5 people that do this. There could be a group of 5 people that do this. But I do feel like this does happen in front of people as well as privately, because like I feel like they could be doing this openly and maybe people catch on and maybe people don't catch on. But there definitely is like this group of more. It could be 5 people. It could be more. It could even be less. But there is a group of people, at least 2 people that that are doing this. And it definitely is something that happens privately and publicly. Is your friend, or friends in this case, naturally sarcastic at the expense of others, or are you the sole target? So we do have the Page of Pentacles coming out with ambition. And let's get a clarifier for this Page of Pentacles. Let's get a clarifier, please. Thank you very much. Oh my goodness, I can't get it up. There we go. Okay. And then we also have the Ace of Wands. So I feel like, honestly, what's coming to mind is that I don't think it's just you. Like, I think it's other people, and I feel like it's if they have the opportunity to type of energy. That's kind of what I'm getting, is like, it's not just you, like that's how they are, but it definitely feels like there's something about you that sparks something different in them, but it's not just geared towards you. Like, if the opportunity arises, they're going to do it to someone else too. Should you get tough explaining that you will not put up with this? Like, are you going to put up boundaries, or have you already put up boundaries? Let's see what we get. The card that fell down is the Lovers in reverse with conflict here. I do feel like you need to, hold your boundaries if you already have some. And if you don't have boundaries, then you need to put them up. You definitely need, I do feel like there is going to have, like, conflict is going to happen when you do this. But that's only because anytime you set boundaries, the people who have an issue with your boundaries are the people who were taking advantage of you before those boundaries, were hit and put up. But I do feel like when you do set these boundaries or continue with your boundaries, there is going to be some kind of conflict that is stirred up. Okay. And just be mindful that that can potentially happen. You could have a very good experience where that does not happen, but with this conflict card coming up, it definitely feels like there is something, I'm hearing there's something brewing with this. Should you reply in a similar sarcastic way in public so people can laugh with you? We have reconciliation and fickle actions. Okay. So I feel like with these two cards coming up together, I'm feeling like, honestly, what I'm feeling is that, like, if you, okay, so this is what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like if you decide later on down the road that you're wanting to reconcile with this person or these people, and you decide to do similar actions in person, it's definitely going to come across as some weird type of fake energy. So I'm feeling like with these two cards coming up together, I'm feeling like there's an energy here of, like, honestly, what it feels like is like having this energy of, like, kind of like no contact, because it feels like there is something more that is at play with this person, these people, whatever, this group of people, whatever. It feels like there's something more. Okay. And, it's interesting because I feel like you have boundaries up. I feel like you have boundaries up. And I feel like there's almost this energy of, like, where they might try and play and toy with you a little bit in person. I feel like there's this energy of, like, wanting to get a reaction out of you, like wanting you to fight back and wanting you to do something in person, to where there's like this energy here of like, they want people to see you as the crazy person that you are. Even though you're not crazy, they want other people to see you as crazy so they can be like, see, this is why they can't be friends with us, or this is why you don't need to be friends with them, because they're crazy and they're blowing up over something so small and so minute. But for you, it's like there's been a buildup of things. So it wouldn't just be this one tiny little thing that you're blowing up about. It's like everything that you've been feeling. And I do feel like maybe there's a conversation that needs to be had so that that way they can understand, like, hey, like, this is where I'm at. No, thank you. But, you know, that's completely up to you. Nothing is set in stone. So you have the ability to change your energy within this reading and change how you react. And now I'm being reminded of this message that I have been getting for the past, I don't know how long, but there's this energy here of like, you are wanting to have these new beginnings. You're wanting to step into this beautiful new beginning type of energy, this new paradigm, and you're wanting to make different choices. And I feel like this is one of the different choices. Like, are you going to continue down the same path of doing X, Y, and Z, or are you going to choose something completely different? And I feel like for most of you, you might not normally cut people off or take a break from people or whatever. Like, you might not be those kinds of people. And I feel like you're getting signs and synchronicities to stand up for yourself and to put boundaries up for yourself. And yes, it can be hard to put boundaries up and keep boundaries up, but it is so worth it for yourself and your mental health in the long run, as well as your spiritual health. Okay? So I personally would not get into it with them in public at all. Like, you let them make their bed. Don't react. Like, I feel like there's this energy of like, people will see true colors. If they can do it to you, they can do it to anyone. Okay, that's kind of the energy that I'm getting. Are you afraid of losing this friendship? Or why are you afraid? Okay. All right, so we have the King of Pentacles coming up. Reliability. So I feel like if you're afraid of losing this person or people or whatever, like, I feel like it's in your nature. Like, I feel like that's just who you are. I feel like you are someone who wants to be well liked by everyone, and you don't like when someone is at odds with you. And I feel like you're struggling to kind of let go of this person or people because you're just like, I don't like to leave friendships where, you know, whether you reconcile or not, like, you don't want to leave friendships to where people dislike you or you know what I mean? Like, that energy is here, and I feel like you're nervous to kind of leave this open-ended because you don't know what can come from it, right? Like, I feel like you are a reliable friend and you don't quite understand why people do the things that they do and why they, you know, could be treating you this way or anything like that. But I feel like you need to be reliable for yourself, and don't put all your eggs in this basket, because to me, the way that this is feeling, the way that this is reading, is that it's not for your highest good. This friendship or these friendships are not for your highest good. I feel like there's a level of immaturity here that you don't, I mean, and you could have been this way in the past, but you have elevated to a certain point that immaturity does not match your vibe, and you could care less about that kind of energy. And it seems like that's all this is, or could be. Should you, you know, this kind of is just playing, just continuing into the energy of like, should you continue to go out without them and not be in their space and just, you know, surround yourself with people that make you feel good, that make you feel wonderful, that make you feel loved, that respect your boundaries? We have 9 of Wands coming up, Fortitude. Okay, I do feel like for you, yes, you should be going out with people that are, you know, making you feel good. Like, I feel like you have had an interesting, you know, friendship throughout your entire life. Like, I feel like there has always been someone around you that does not feel good. And I feel like there's this lesson here that you are learning, or have learned, or are continuing to learn, that, you know, your worth is not measurable by like who you have around you, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like you used to like want to have like a bunch of friends, and like you didn't care. Well, not that you didn't care, but like you weren't so in such a space of like, well, you make me feel like shit, so I'm going to be done with this energy. Like, I feel like that hasn't happened before, and I feel like you're stepping into this energy because I don't know, I feel like something changed, something clicked of like, I don't need to surround myself with people who disrespect me, disrespect my boundaries, who don't truly care about me or my well-being at all, and are doing these not so great things to me or my energy or whatever. Like, I feel like you have had like a ring of bad luck when it comes to friends, but I don't feel like it was like ever put on you like karma. Like, I feel like it was put on you as a lesson to say, you know, hey, I used to accept these types of things and it showed me my worth. It led me to knowing my worth. And now that I fully know my worth and fully accept myself as I am, you're like, okay, well, bye, because I don't need anyone making me feel like I'm not worthy enough. I know I'm worthy enough, and I'm going to surround myself with people who know my worth and who respect my worth. So yes, I would say continue to hang out with people that make you feel good. And, you know, you don't have to be around these energies. You can choose to not be around these energies. Even if you are out at the same place, the same bar, the same club, the same whatever, wherever you're at, if you're in the same vicinity, you still also don't have to be around them. You don't have to have a conversation if you don't want to have a conversation. You don't have to sit with them. You don't have to be in the same area as them. You can simply just be there and still have a good time. And, you know, you can say, no, thank you. No is a plain and simple answer. It is enough. You don't have to explain more than that. You can just simply say no. You don't have to explain yourself at all for why you're choosing not to be around these people. You do not have to explain yourself. You do not have to explain yourself. Should you find a new friend or new friends, whatever, that are more loyal to you, who respect, I'm throwing loyal in there, yes, but like who are respectful to you, who respect your boundaries, people who genuinely care. Yes, I do feel like that. You have the Queen of Wands showing up here. I do feel like, yes, you should be finding people who are good to you and good for you. Okay. Like, I feel like you're meant to, I don't want to say you're meant to have a whole bunch of friends, but you are someone who is well liked, and it is easy for you to potentially make friends because of the energy that you emanate, okay? Like you have such a beautiful energy that surrounds you that people want to be your friend. Even people who treat you badly want to be your friend, right? Hence where we're kind of at with this. But I feel like now I'm being brought to my attention of like your intuition. I feel like you intuitively had feelings about these people or, you know, people in the past, whatever. You have gotten intuitive nudges. You're very intuitive, and you've gotten intuitive nudges about friends before or about people before. And I feel like you always get to a point of like, well, I should have trusted my intuition on that because that's exactly what the heck happened. You know what I mean? So I feel like there's this energy here of like, if you are meeting new people, and you're getting those intuitive nudges of like, there's something about this person that does not seem right or something feels off, trust it, okay? Because you have what word am I looking for? You have the facts. You have the studies, if you will. I don't know. I'm getting like scientific studies type. Like you have the proof that you should have trusted all along. And I want to make sure that you don't feel bad about yourself or judgy about yourself that you haven't trusted. There, again, everything happens for a reason. It's either a lesson or it's a blessing, okay? And if you don't follow those intuitive nudges that you're getting, it's just going to be a lesson of like, well, I should have trusted myself before. But never judge yourself and never feel bad for the path that you take. The path that you take, no matter what your choice, is the right path for you to take at that point in time. You're going to get to the same destination. You're either going to learn things a lot faster or it's going to take a lot longer for you to learn, but you are going to learn everything that you're supposed to through the path and you're going to end up in the same destination. Okay. So we're going to get some magical messages for some final messages for your reading. Pile number 1. How will you know how beautiful your wings are if you never give them space to grow? How are you ever going to know how beautiful you are if you continue to surround yourself with people who put you down? Okay? I am sending you so much love, light, and healing. If you accept it, I hope you have a great day or night, whenever it is that you are finding this. And put a white bird in the chat. Put a white bird in the chat if you are resonating with this reading. If you chose another pile also, I will see you there. But if this is where you leave me, I love you so much. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. This is the pile that chose card number 16, rescue, whether there was something on the card that, you know, you were drawn to, or you chose the angel number 982. Or you chose bloodstone. Okay, so now with this, your reading, your tarot spread is if you have passionate feelings for someone at work, okay? And with this rescue card, this card is you're always safe and secure to be yourself, and to free yourself. And you should be asking your guides for assistance and you're gonna receive it, right? So like you can see this woman here, she's like on this floating island, you know, stuck here, whatever. And I feel like she's asked her guides for assistance and they are looking to kind of help her out, okay? So you could be needing to ask your guides for assistance in this passionate interest in someone that you work with. Or maybe you have asked and this is your answer. So we're just going to get right into it. And then at the end, we're going to pull some magical messages for you guys as a closer. Whoop. Anyways. All right. So will you find out that your coworker feels the same way about you? Pile number 2. I feel like there's this energy here where like you're manifesting it, and I feel like they might also be manifesting it. Interesting. Okay. Should you, pile number 2, initiate the connection or let it be and kind of like let it happen whenever it happens? We have progress, the 8 of Wands. I feel like you're needing to take the action. I feel like you're supposed to be taking the action here. I don't feel like you should be waiting for them or just, I feel like time has passed enough. And I feel like it's your turn to just take that action moving forward. Will anyone else be affected by this passionate possible romance with your coworker? We have unfinished, the world in reverse. I do feel like there is someone or something, like there is some form of unfinished business with maybe another person. Maybe you have an ex, or maybe they have an ex. There is some unfinished business that has not been completed yet. I am feeling like there is someone that, might still have feelings for this person that you're passionate about, and they might get in their feelings or feel some type of way because of it. Are you going to want to have this relationship long-term, or is this something of a fling of some sort? Okay, so we have the Death card coming out with transitions. Okay, and I feel like there's something here energetically where it's like maybe it's like starting out as just a fling, but maybe catching feelings might happen at some point. Yeah. Like I feel like it's starting out as one thing and then it's going to transition into something completely different. Something that you might not even be expecting. If you were to have a relationship with this person, more than just a fling, or even just as a fling, like if you were to move forward and take the action with this person, how will that affect your working relationship? Will it make it better or will it make it worse? We have the Sun, which is a beautiful positive card. The word authenticity is on this card. I feel like, yes, you are going to need to be authentic with your feelings at all points. If you, at any point, hold in any of your feelings, it might not work out for the best. But the fact that the Sun is coming out for this particular card, it does feel very positive and it feels like things are going to be great. Okay, I don't remember what I was saying last, but the fact that the Sun is the most positive card in the deck, and that's coming out in the section of how is this going to affect your work relationship, basically, if you decide to take it further. And it seems like everything is going to be, all good and positive. Is this going to happen just as you hope? Is it going to be everything that you wished for and more, or no? Interesting. So we're having the disappointment. So I feel like I feel like there's going to be moments where, I don't know, I feel like you have such high hopes for this that it's almost unrealistic. Like almost like you're like a fairy tale. Like you're expecting fairy tale energy from normal people who don't live in fairy tale world. And I feel like that's where this disappointment is coming in. Like I feel like you're manifesting the perfect person, and this person is everything that you're asking for, and they're showing up in every way that you want. But there's something that's still lingering that's disappointing you. And I don't feel like it's necessarily the person, because I feel like they check off a lot of boxes, but I just feel like almost all of your boxes, to be completely honest. But I feel like there's something about them that you're going to find out, you know, whether they don't do their dishes or they leave trash everywhere or whatever. Like maybe they're not so clean like you want them to be, or vice versa, or whatever. I feel like there's this energy here of like there's something that they do that is going to bother you and disappoint you, but there's spirit is telling me like just because they aren't perfect doesn't mean that they're not your perfect person, because we are all not perfect. There are things about ourselves, like even things about you, things about me that are not perfect. Okay, so try not to hold them to such a high standard where it's just like no one can reach it, not even yourself, right? So now we're going to get a final message from Spirit for this message. We're taking it. An open mind is a portal to a different reality. Infinite possibilities are all around you. Okay, and I feel like you need to have an open mind with this person, especially when you get to the point in the relationship where you are starting to get disappointed by what they are doing. Now, if they are being a complete jerk to you or whatever it is, like if they are harming you in any way, physically, spiritually, mentally, whatever, financially, whatever, like if they are harming you and it is not doing it and it's not healthy for you, then obviously they're not meant for you, right? But I feel like what this is more so saying is like those small little annoying things that they could possibly do that you might not be liking. So just have an open mind that, you know, not everyone is perfect. Not everyone can reach, you know, high expectations. Obviously, have your boundaries and have your expectations of what a relationship is to you, but don't have unrealistic expectations, okay? And make sure that the person that you're having these expectations for is someone who is capable of that, because not everyone is capable of things. And don't always hold them to that standard either, because there are moments in relationships where you both should be 100% at all times. But if there are times when they're having a mental health day or you're having a mental health day, you can't be 100%. So that other person is going to pick up that slack. So if you're having to pick up slack because they're having a mental health day or week or whatever, confirmation burp, then, you know, do so, and don't be disappointed in them when it gets to that point. Okay. If this is where you leave me and you did not choose any other piles, I hope you have a great day or night whenever it is that you are watching this. I love you so much. And if you did choose another pile, I will see you there. If you resonated with this, put a balloon in the chat to let me know that you resonated with this or that this was the pile that you chose. I love you so much. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. This is the pile that chose Golden Palace, or card number 23, something about this. Or you chose angel number 156 or Caribbean Calcite. Okay. Honestly, when I first saw this card, it definitely was giving the energy of the orangutans monkey palace in the Jungle Book. It was definitely giving those vibes. Like, just like it was kind of on the edge of like a cliff type of thing. And just all the vines are just reminding me of the Jungle Book. So that could resonate for you in some form, way, shape, or form. But the Golden Palace is a card of there is always enough, good fortune, emotional fulfillment, and sharing your wealth, which definitely ties in to the reading that we are doing today. Today's reading for you, this pile's reading, is should you reinvest your money or use your money? So with the good fortune coming out and sharing your wealth, I do feel like there's this energy of like being smart, maybe doing both, reinvesting your money, but also using some of your money too. Like whenever we die, we're not going to be able to take the money with us. Like it's just not applicable there. You know what I mean? So use it and reinvest it. So that's what I was kind of getting initially off of that card with the title of the reading. Is the offer, the reinvestment offer, from an accredited source? So is it a good investment? Is it where you should be putting your money? Inner peace, temperance. I feel like there is balance there. Like I feel like this place that you put your money into. Okay, so wherever you're reinvesting this money, make sure that it has a sense of inner peace for you. But I do feel like there's balance there, right? Like I feel like there's an energy of like, don't throw all your money into this, but you can invest some of your money into it. Don't be smart with your money is basically what I'm getting from this is, you know, just be smart. Be smart. Don't throw all your money into it. And then also don't miss the opportunity either, especially if it feels intuitively like a good space to go. Is this investment going to offer reasonable returns? We have 5 of Wands in reverse, resolution. I do feel like there's going to be reasonable returns for you for this investment. It definitely feels like you're going to, I feel like there's this energy here of like, I don't want to say money issues, but like maybe you haven't been so smart with money in the past. And maybe you've invested into some things that maybe weren't so great investments. And I'm feeling here like there's a resolution with that. There's healing within that. So I feel like this investment is going to be something that is good for you and is going to offer you healing from your past trauma of investing in not so great things. Okay, so I do feel like there is definitely some goodness that will come from this. Are there any difficulties and disadvantages to investing in this? There are going to be some disadvantages or difficulties, you know, as usual. I feel like with its delayed festivity. So I feel like there's this energy here where it's like, I mean, when you invest your money in something and stocks go up and down. So I feel like there's going to be moments where the stocks are going to go down and you're going to be scared, excuse my language, but scared shitless out of your mind. And I feel like that's what this energy is. And I feel like you're going to experience those highs and lows. And I feel like there's almost like this lesson here of like just going with the flow, just naturally going with the flow and try not to control certain things, which you can't really control that anyway, especially if you are investing it in something, right? But I do feel like it's not going to come, like when this all comes to fruition, like when you are getting your money back from this investment or whatever, like I feel like it's going to come at a later point than you are wanting or that you're expecting it to come. Like I feel like this person might give you a timeline of like, well, this is what it's projected to do. But with all things naturally happening in the world, things go up and down, and you might not be able to have that normal deadline that you had in the beginning. You're going to see it maybe come later. And I do feel like there's going to be a nervousness about you when this happens, okay? Do you actually need or want to invest in whatever this is? We have overcommitment coming out with the 10 of Wands. I do feel like there's this want to doing it. Like there's this want and there's this need to want to do it. But I do feel like here, I feel like there's, you know, the energy coming in again of like being smart with your money. Don't overcommit yourself or don't over invest into certain things. Intuitively feel out what's the right investment for you. Don't let anyone make you invest more than what you have to. You invest what you want to invest, okay? Don't overcommit yourself or your money to one thing or multiple things. Should you take impartial advice from other people? Which kind of was just touching on that of like, don't let people tell you what you should or should not do. We have the Empress coming out here with Nurturing Soul. I do feel like with this also, I love that these colors are kind of matching. So heart chakra is coming to mind as well as solar plexus chakra. But I feel like with this Empress card, I feel like you can take advice from other people outside of yourself for sure. Like you can ask them for advice, but ultimately it is up to you. It is your money. It is your decision. Again, like I said over here, don't let someone tell you that you have to commit more than you want to commit. Okay. So just keep that in mind. Like keep that in like aligned with yourself and your soul of doing what you want to do because it's what's best for you. Okay. Are there any other options for you to invest in? There definitely is. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, there definitely is. We have the Four of Pentacles here, materialist. I do feel like there are more opportunities for you, and I do feel like you're going to take those opportunities because like I feel like you are someone here who wants to have a lot. Like you're someone who I feel like you're someone who invests a lot. Because you want to see that return. You want to see a big, massive return for yourself. So I feel like, yes, there are other options, and I do feel like you are going to take those. But remember to not overcommit yourself and not overcommit your money. Be smart and wise with your money. Invest enough to where you can invest in multiple different things, but make sure that you're not investing all of your money and like leaving yourself up to like have nothing. Because now honestly what's coming to mind is like, you know how like there's people who gamble, you know how like some people like they bet their last dollar, like they will bet their last dollar and they won't, like some people have like an addiction with it. I feel like there's this energy, there's this fine line of what you are doing of like, is it like, are you addicted to putting money into stocks and, you know, not doing like saving money for yourself? Again, going back to this Temperance card up here of like, you need to make sure that you have the balance, having that balance in life, making sure that you're not overcommitting and over putting money into it when you also need money to live. Be smart with your money. That is a continued message that is going to continue to come out throughout this entire message of be smart with your money. Be smart with your money. Okay? What are the immediate benefits? Ooh, balanced heart. I feel like it's going to teach you. I feel like it's going to teach you lessons about balance, to be completely honest. Now, I know benefits, you think like financial benefits and that sort of thing, but I do feel like there's this energy here of like you're going to feel actually balanced. Like you're going to learn about balance. What do I keep saying with this Temperance card of balancing? Okay, you're going to find that balance, and I feel like that's the biggest thing that can come out of this is you learning how to balance your investing life and your normal everyday today life. And what are the longer term advantages? We have avoidance coming up with Judgment coming out in reverse, okay? So I feel like what is going to come up, and I know this is going to sound interesting the way that this card is coming out, but what they're telling me is that when it comes to your long-term advantages, your cycles of avoidance, because there's something with avoidance in why you are an investor. Maybe you avoid things at home and you want to physically go and invest somewhere, like you're someone who actually goes to wherever the stocks are. I think it might be New York, right? And like actually seeing the stocks happen and being there in person, like being one of those Wolf of Wall Street type of people. But I feel like there's an avoidance for you of something deeper down that you are going to need to focus on and figure out. Okay. So you just be mindful of that. There is something that you are avoiding, some kind of feeling or something that you are avoiding that is going to come up within this. I don't feel like it's anything, I mean, it could be something physical, but I think for the most part that it is something financial. And I also think that it's something spiritual as well that you are avoiding. So let's get one final message from Spirit for you guys for this spread. Trust that when something ends, it isn't meant for you and your next expansion. Keep rising. Okay. So anything that happens, anything that doesn't happen, it is all for your highest good, whether it's meant to be in your life or it's not meant to be in your life. So whenever these, I'm just being drawn back to this avoidance, like whenever you come back to this of like the deeper advantage that comes from this is that you're going to learn about your avoidance so that way you can heal it. Like all of those feelings, all of those negative feelings that are going to come up is so that it can shake out something that's not meant to be there. Okay. So if this is where you leave me, I hope you have a great day or night whenever it is that you are finding this. I am sending you so much love, light, and healing if you accept it. And if you did choose another pile, I will see you there. I would like something to do with money. So like the flying money or the, stack of money or whatever, something to do with money to let me know that this was your pile. I love you so much. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. This is the pile that chose Gentle Gardener or card number 2 or any of the imagery in here. Or you chose angel number 721. or you chose red jasper. Okay, so we're gonna get into it. Gentle reminder is that gentle reminder. It is a gentle reminder to be your own co-creator. But gentle gardener is that energy of being your own co-creator, being aware that your thoughts, your feelings, your beliefs create the reality that you live. Okay, so being mindful of the life that you are creating, which definitely ties in with what your tarot spread is, because your tarot spread is for new beginnings in any part of your life that you are unsure of. So is your new beginning in the right direction for you? We have commitment, Knight of Pentacles. I do feel like this is something that you're committed to do. I feel like this is something that is for your highest good. I feel like it's something that you have probably been wanting to do for a long time, and you're just now trying to figure out how to take action about it, okay? Should you begin slowly and build up, or start decisively? Should it be a slow build, or should it be a fast build? Okay, we have the Ten of Cups in reverse coming up, neglected bonds. I feel like it's something that definitely needs to be slow and steady, wins the race type of energy, which I feel like you've already put a lot of thought into it. And I just feel like there's a lot of thought that went behind it. So I feel like just amount of planning and action needs to go into it as well. So that way it's not just so in your face. And remember, your thoughts and your actions and your beliefs and your feelings all create your reality. So, making sure that you are putting in the right time and effort that you want to create that kind of reality that you want to live in. What resources or help can you call on to support you in the early days of these new beginnings? We have the Page of Swords, Truth Seeker. So I feel like there's this energy here of you need to have support and seek help from people who are going to give it like it is. Maybe someone who has been in the business before, or who has started their own business, or whatever this is for you. It definitely feels more so like starting business wise, but this is for any new beginning that is happening, even, a job or a new relationship. Make sure that you're seeking help from people who are going to give it to you straight. People who may have done it before is definitely something that would be good. That way they can give you the truth about the situation of how it could potentially go and what paths you need to take in order to make sure that you get to your destination that you want. Okay. Are there practical steps you can take to hasten your new beginning? We have the King of Swords, that rational energy. I feel like just being rational about your situation, making sure that you're not so delulu. It's I can do this in the snap of a finger. I can manifest everything that I want just by thinking about it. Instead of the taking action and everything that comes from also manifesting, that you have to take those inspired actions to get the ball rolling type of thing. So I feel like you are in this needing to be in the energy of being rational about that, making sure that you're taking the steps that you need to take. And, not take the steps that you don't need to take too, right? So I feel like just being rational and being level-headed about your journey and kind of going with the flow, making sure that you're not going too fast and making sure that you're not going too slow. Make sure that you try and find the right speed for you. You're going to know your right speed. And when it comes to these truth seekers, obviously listen to their advice and anything that they have to say. But when it comes to you, you're going to know your speed. You're going to know what feels right to you. So trust that. Must you first or at the same time initiate an inner new beginning? So should you take on should you have this this new beginning shift internally before externally? Or is it going to happen at the same time? I feel like you're going to, for you, I feel like it's just going to naturally happen, but I feel like this shift is going to happen internally first before it happens externally. Like, I feel like you're going to align yourself with the things that need to happen, and then externally it will happen. Like, I feel like you're already starting to do this, and I feel like that's kind of what this Page of Pentacles energy is that it's going to happen before. You're already making those shifts, okay? You're already starting that path. Who or what do you fear might hold it back? That might hold this new beginning back. Interesting. The one already flew out. Interesting. So we have the Six of Pentacles, generosity. I feel like there's this energy where you think that you might hold yourself back because you might be too kind. And you might take on other things that you might not need. So like, let's just say you're starting a business and you have different people. And I feel like there might be people that are like, oh, I don't know how to do this. So they give it to you. Or maybe if it's a new job or a new relationship. Like, I feel like you're the person that takes on so much that you don't know how to say no. And I feel like you are too generous sometimes. Like, being generous is not a bad thing at all. But if you don't have those boundaries in place to protect you and protect your energy and protect your well-being when it comes to this, there's this energy of like where you can be too generous and you can help people that need to do something on their own when you have a full plate already. Okay, so I feel like you are fearful that you might get in your own way because you are taking on so much instead of delegating. All right, and how far will you have progressed? Let's go by the next year. Collaboration. I feel like you will progress heavily. Because I feel like you're going to get into this energy of like, you're not going to take on everything. Remember, we were talking about the generosity here, like taking on so much, taking on things that you can't really handle because you have a whole list of things that you have to do. I feel like by the next year, you're going to step into this energy of like, hey, nope, we're working as a team. I need you to do this, 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 and this. I will handle this, 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 and this. And, you're passing out all these different things that need to be done instead of taking on everything yourself and being too kind. And you know what I mean? So beautiful. I love this for you. Let's get one final message from Spirit. We have practice becoming who you deserve to be. The ego will try to resist, evolve anyway. Okay, so for you guys, I feel like there's, this energy of, being, what did I say at the beginning of this? I said, be your own co-creator, be your own self, okay? That gentle reminder to be yourself. So I feel like your ego is going to want to take on everything because it's like, I can do everything. I don't need anyone. I do everything myself my whole entire life anyway, so I might as well just do it. You're going to push your ego out of the way and evolve and be like, nope, I need help because I need help. I can't do this all myself. I am one person. Okay, so, just be mindful of that. If this is where you leave me and you have not chosen any other piles, I am sending you so much love, light, and healing if you accept it. And I hope you have a great day or night whenever it is that this is finding you. And if you did choose another pile, I will see you there. I love you all so much. Bye. Hello, my Chrysalis Collective. I'm going to show you guys how to book a reading with me or purchase one of my candles. There are two ways to do both of those. There's two ways to purchase a candle, and there's two ways to book a reading with me. And I'm going to show you how to do both. So the two ways to do it are through the link in my bio, my website, or through the description box. This is through my website. You're going to hit the book now button. It's going to take you to this, and you're going to fill out this form. And then when you're done, you hit send. This is through the description box. So go ahead, hit the description box, scroll down until you see book a reading with me. Click that link. It's going to take you to the exact same place that the other one did. You fill out the form, hit send. Now let's get into the intention candles. I wanted to show off my manifest candle. It has basil, clear quartz, and it has a wonderful smell to it that is all good for manifesting. So get yours. Back to my website, you're going to scroll down till you see intention candles. Going to go to a similar place, fill out the form, hit send, and it'll go straight to me. Now, this is how you do through the description box. Same thing, scroll down till you see intention candles. Going to lead to the same exact spot that we were just at. Fill it out, send it to me. There you go.